This is the MV Triton, a popular ute for four-wheel drivers and tradies, but it has a couple of factory issues, which thankfully we have the solution for. Let's get into it. Yeah, it's crazy. Is it? Oh.
All right, all seriousness now.
Yeah, all seriousness, the Mitsubishi Triton.
Yes.
Pretty well-rounded ute.
Yeah, yep. We've seen tradies, just day-to-day drivers.
Yep.
And a couple of tourers as well.
And you've worked on a few of these. What are your thoughts on them? Be honest.
They're not terrible. There's
Yeah.
definitely worse out there.
Yeah.
They need upgrading, but I mean, look, most vehicles need upgrading when you accessorize them. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, your purchase price is lower, which gives you more money to either put into it or to go exploring. So
Bit more freedom to, you know, build it the way that you want to build it. I think that's the best thing about these cars is they're a bit cheaper and then you can spend the extra money to get
on
them
it, yeah.
mint.
The other brands have got to prove the test of time. The old nothing frightens the Triton saying
Yeah.
has lasted for a while, and to be honest, most Triton owners will probably tell you they haven't had to spend that much money on fixing them, but mechanically and that.
I've heard that these cars don't have very good dampening from factory. Have you driven a factory car before?
They are pretty soft,
Yeah.
do lack control. I have driven a couple of them, not many. Most of them have had weight on when they've come, and they sag pretty quick. So
In the
then-
front end, they
Front
say.
end and back end, yeah.
Yeah.
They've just been sprung quite lightly, like
Yeah.
most new vehicles, to try and keep comfort, which the minute you accessorize or carry load, you're out the window.
So with the Formula shocks,
Mm-hmm.
what does the increased dampening mean?
Well, we've actually had great feedback. We've had 2 Tritons in where we've just replaced the shocks because it's all over the internet about the ride quality.
Yep.
So we've just replaced shocks and had good feedback on those. When we've lifted them, obviously people appreciate the new height, but also the ride quality improvement as well. So they are comfortable, but they are much more controlled than the factory shocks.
Yep, so when you're noticing this day to day, is this like when you're off-road you notice it, or when
I'd be
you're
in
on-road?
all situations for your on-road and off-road feel.
It's great.
Cornering on the road, and then obviously comfort when you hit the washouts and the ruts.
Yeah, so it just controls the suspension a bit better.
Exactly.
Okay, right, there you go. And with the upper control arms, with the ball joint issue, when we're lifting it, it's obviously we're going to have a longer shock. Does that mean it is mandatory to upgrade the upper control arm?
On full droop, they are hitting the end of their articulation in their socket, so having the upper arm will prevent early ball joint failure or damage to other components and allow the suspension to work in its full moving motion. Look, every Triton owner that wants to lift gets told they need the upper arm, so at the end of the day we can't force someone to do it, but it's strongly recommended to do the upper arms, not only for the ball joint angles but also to get your camber and caster back into spec and make it drive as good as it possibly can.
Better tyre life, happy days.
That's highway.
There you go.
So we got the factory bump stop here in standard form. It's much closer at ride height, obviously. This is with the wheel off on full droop, but the factory spring being so soft allows this to contact with the chassis much quicker.
Do these hit bump stops with no weight in the rear, or is it as soon as you put a little bit of weight?
I haven't seen them bottoming out with no weight. In standard form, they can carry nothing, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the minute you tow something or carry something that the factory spring is an issue.
And you notice the bump stops hitting more often when you're off-road or on the road for daily
On
driving?
road if you're towing or got load.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Wow.
Yeah. Just on a decent whoop. Again, that is the shocks as well, not controlling the spring, but the shock is only dampening the spring. It's still going to move or sag or travel the same.
Yep.
Just the shock slows it down, and the factory shock is not doing much.
Yeah, so by upgrading the shock and
absorbers.
then upgrading your leaf spring as well,
To
you've
suit
got
your
the best of
accessories,
both
yeah.
worlds.
So increasing the camber, which is the curvature of the leaf spring, increases the ride height, which moves the body away from the bump stop.
Right, so that means that your bump stop at the bottom's going to take longer to get up to the
Correct. And then you've got your load springs as well. So having the load springs set correctly obviously comes into play when you're fully loaded.
Yeah, so if I was buying a Mitsubishi Triton and I was a tradie, I'm putting a bit of weight in the rear,
You'd be upgrading your leaf springs.
straight away.
Yep.
No questions asked.
Nope.
There you go.
I had a customer years ago came in when they first came out. We had nothing to offer,
Yeah.
and he said, "I just want to go with your brand, so I'll just wait." And obviously, he did a canopy, he did a drawer and a fridge and stuff in the back, like a fiberglass canopy.
Yep.
And then when he came back in, he's like, "Have you got anything in?" I'm like, "Oh, we do." You know, ran him through what we had, and he goes, "Oh, come have a look." And the rear leaf spring went like
Oh, so it'd fully W because of the weight.
Yeah.
And there's not that really much weight going on in
No,
the
not
fiberglass
really.
canopy.
No.
Well, yeah, clearly it's obviously a must-have upgrade.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Again, in a completely standard Triton that's running around doing nothing other than driving people around, then an upgraded shock absorber.
Yep.
But the minute you've got constant load or you're wanting a lift, you need the springs.
Yeah. So if you're doing a little bit of touring or if you're a tradie, it's a must-have.
Yes.
After installing a kit, there is no chance that you're going to bottom out doing your day-to-day driving. I'm really looking forward to taking this off-road because we're going to really test out the limits of this kit. It's a comfier ride all around, and I've got the rear leaf spring set up for the weight that I have in the rear. But if you're carrying more weight, such as 200 to 400 kilos or 400 to 600 kilos in the rear, we've got a leaf spring to suit your vehicle. This is great if you're a tradie taking a bit more extra load, or if you're trying to turn this into a four-wheel drive touring setup. You can have a tray, canopy and rooftop tent, and the rear leaf springs are going to be suited to that weight. Now, I've really flexed out the Triton at the moment, and you can see by the rear wheel here, it's tucked right up in between the guard, and if I have a feel back here, you can still feel there's a bit of a gap between the bump stop and the chassis, showing how much capability you can get just by upgrading your rear leaf springs. Now, after installing this kit, you're going to notice some great benefits on road, but it's when you get off-road that you really notice a difference. Now you can really feel it working over the bumps and controlling the suspension so well. What I'm feeling now is the suspension is working itself over the bumps. The shocks are obviously working a lot more too. In the rear, there's no issues with hitting bump stops. We can go as hard as we want and these aren't going to hit. With the 2-inch lift, I've got a lot more clearance, which also means that you could fit bigger tires and go further in this car, which is a great benefit. The shocks are a lot bigger compared to your factory shocks, so it means that you can hit corrugations more frequently and know that your shocks aren't going to overheat. There's a great peace of mind with 5 years unlimited kilometre warranty, which this kit offers. We're also, in all of the bushes that you'll find, no matter how hard you flog them, if they split, crack or anything like that, we'll replace them because they have a lifetime warranty. I'm really impressed with how the car feels off-road, considering it from factory felt shocking on-road. So this is definitely a massive improvement, and I would highly recommend something like this for your car. We'll go left.
Yeah, don't
try like that. Yeah, no, as in like, I'm not going to fall into it.
Your call has been forwarded.
Might be able to draw and reverse out of it.
Lucas, what have you done?
Just lost the rear end a little bit and slipped right in. I can't believe that. It's very disappointing.
Might not even move.
Very happy with my DIY recovery tracks. Always a good hack to have when you get caught off guard. Luckily, our 2-inch lift gave us enough height so we didn't get water in the cab. I think the best thing about this car is it is a big bang for buck compared to the other utes in the Australian market at the moment. It means that you've got a little bit of extra pocket money to fix up some of the factory issues to make the ride so much better, whether that's being a tradie ute, tourer, or just a daily driver. Well, there you have it, the MV Triton. This is a great base for a very capable all-rounder vehicle, and with the Formula 4x4 lift kit paired with the SuperPro Upper Control Arms, we've been able to fix the factory suspension issues. Coming up next, we're taking a deep dive into the brand new Toyota Hilux to really test out their suspension from factory and see how we've improved it with our Formula 4x4 lift kits.